Hey guys, what's up? Zombotic here, and today I'm doing a Plants vs Zombies tier list. I'm gonna be doing plants first, and I'm gonna do zombies some other day. So let's start. We are starting with this guy. I don't know any of the names, but he blows the fog away from the screen, and I think he blows away the balloon zombies as well. So I think I'm gonna put him in C. I think, yeah, because the fog does come back after some time, I think. So yeah, he's in C for now. And this catapult guy, I think I'm gonna put him in B. He's a bit useful, you know. And now this guy is very useful, and he can actually he can actually pop the balloons of the balloon zombies that floats in the air. So he's very useful, and he does some damage as well, good damage. So I think he deserves the S tier. This right here is actually amazing, but no, I think I'm gonna put it in S tier because this thing is very amazing and it shoots everywhere. I think it shoots to every row if I'm not mistaken. So this deserves the S tier. Then we come to this cherry bomb guy. So the thing here is that he can only be used once, so there's a major like setback. I think I'm gonna put him in C because he is really good, but then you can only use him once, and it's not like he wipes off the whole screen of zombies, but it's only like a specific place, like 4 or 5 blocks on the screen. So I think, yeah, he deserves to be in C. I'm gonna check out later if I can change his place, but for now he's staying in C. Then we come to this chop guy. I think he should be in A because it takes him some time to recharge, and that is a major setback. So if he did not have such a big like recharge, I think I would have put him in S, but for now he's going in A. Now we come to this cannon guy. I think I'm gonna put him in, I think I'm gonna put him in B because he recharges very slowly, and it's the same as the cherry bomb guy. He does not like destroy like half of the zombies on the screen or something like that. So I think I'm gonna put him in B. He's really good, but the slow recharge time sets him back from the S and A tier. So I think I'm gonna put him here. But the thing is that the chop guy also does like probably the same thing as him, and I think he's better than him. I think I'm gonna put him here then, right? Yeah. And now this guy, he revives, he like wakes up the nighttime plants. So I think he deserves to be here because you can actually wake up doom shroom with it in the daytime, and he can be really useful. And now we come to doom shroom. We're talking about him just now, and I think he deserves to be an S tier in my opinion because he almost destroys like much of the map of zombies. I think he deserves to be an S tier, but the thing is that he also does like damage. He places a crater over that place, right? I don't know how far does that crater go. I think it's only one block, right? Yeah, the crater is only one block in my opinion, and so I think for that he has to go like top of A. He can only be used once, but he's very useful when there's like a wave coming of zombies, you know. Then we come to this flower pot, this pot this plant pot where you put it on the roof, and you can actually plant the plants. So I think that's its job, but it does not have a real job. I mean it does have a job, but not in a way like it can shoot at the enemies or something like that. So I think I'm gonna put him in C for that, not in D because he does have a major role, but I think he's good in C. Now we come to this guy. He's pretty useful, and for that I'm gonna put him in A. His range may not be that good, but when the enemy comes into like, he's like mid-range, so when the enemy comes to like the mid-range, he does a pretty good job. So I think I'm gonna choose him, and he's pretty good against the zombies with the doors, you know, like he's pretty good with that because his bubbling thing, like it penetrates through the door because it has holes in it. So I think that's a really good thing, and I'm gonna put him in A. Now the garlic one, I forgot what the garlic does. Wait, plants versus zombies, garlic. Oh, I remember now. It, when the zombie eats him, he either moves up the row or he moves down the row. I think that's a good, I think that's a bad thing, I would say, because it damages the plants from, you know, the inside, and that's not a good thing. I think I'm gonna put him in C. This guy is really useful. I'm gonna put him in S. And now this guy, I think he has a short range from what I know, so I think I'm gonna put him in A right here. I think this is so, I think this magnet only attracts coins. I think that's going in D because I'm doing like the strongest, you know, strongest plants. So I think it goes in D because it only collects money, and I don't want a gold digger. So I think I'm gonna put this right here because I think it's better than just a pot. And then we come towards this again. It has a job, and it removes the trees, which clears out the space to plant, and I think it's useful for that. So I'm gonna put him in C and not in D. It does give us money as well, but I don't care about the money right now. I only care about their strength and how powerful they are, so I think I'm gonna put him in C. Now this guy, he actually plays with the brains of the zombies, and it turns them on their own, so I think they are very useful and deserve the B like tier. Now this guy, he freezes all the zombies on screen for some time, and I think he deserves to be in B tier for that. Now the imitator, I think he's, I would say, I think he deserves right here because he does, like, you can almost pick him instantly because his job is to reduce the recharge time, the time that it takes for, you know, for you to plant another one of those plants which you planted before. So I think for that he has to be in, I think I could move him up because for like for plants like the doom shroom, which takes a lot of time to recharge, I think that he should be in B tier, at the end of B tier. He deserves it. Now this guy, he's actually pretty useful, but for a lane, and he can actually get rid of the car girl, you know, the one with the ice cream machine, I think. So I think he needs to go in B tier, right here, let's say right here. Now the catapult guy, the cone guy, I think I'm gonna put him right here, top of B, because he does a really good job. And now the OG guy, the pea shooter, I think I'm gonna put him A. He's going at top of B because if you like, I would put him in S because he's OG, but now for now I'm doing strength wise, like power wise, so I think I'm gonna have to put him in B, seeing how S and A tier are. They're pretty strong, so I think it should be fair he's in B. Now this guy, he's like the pot, but you can it's lily pad, you can put it in the water and then you can plant over it, so I think that's pretty useful. I'm gonna put him right here with the pot. Now we come to this guy, the magnet. I think the magnet is very useful because it attracts the, what do you call it, the helmets of the sports guy, I think, as far as I remember, and it also attracts the it also attracts what do you call it, the buckets of the bucket zombies guy. So I think he needs to be in B right here. The sports guys are very annoying, so I think it's fair that I put him over here. Now we got the money plant again. We don't want money, we are only judging on like power base. Said it 3 times, but I said it again that I'm only judging on power strength base, so I think I'm not gonna pick the money ones. Next we have the watermelon guy. I think I'm gonna put him right here. I think he's pretty useful, and I think, yeah, he deserves the beat here. Now we have got another fog guy, fog lantern, and I think he should be here because he does a pretty good job to wipe off the fog, and the fog is pretty annoying, so I think he deserves to be here. He needs to be yeah, over here. That's good. So now we have the mine. It takes some, I would say, considerable amount of time to like rise up, and I think for that it should be over here, yeah, or over here, yeah. I'm gonna put him at the end of B tier. And we have this small guy. His range is, I would say, pretty shit, and he does a small amount of damage, so I think I'm gonna put him right here. And he's just like the OG pea shooter, but he's the OG for the night, you know. And so for that I'm gonna put him in B, end of B tier, because he does do some damage. And now we have the pumpkin. It protects the plants, so I think it does a really good job at that. I'm gonna put him right here because he does a good job in protecting the plants. Next we have this guy, and without a question I'm putting him in A tier right here because he does a good job. Next we have, oh, this piece of shit. He is very scared, and when the zombies are nearby he just hides and let them and waits for them to eat it. So I think for that it needs to go down, so I think I'm gonna put him in over here. Yes, I think he deserves to be here because he's a pussycat, but then he does a pretty good job at killing. I think I'm gonna put him right here. He deserves to be here, I think. And now we have the water guy. Now these things does pretty low damage, but the diving guys are pretty annoying, so I think he needs to go right here at B tier. Now we have these guys, and these guys are also going A tier because they are legends, I would say. They slow down the bucket enemy. They are really good for the bucket enemy in the start of the game, so I think they need to be in A tier. Now we have these spikes. These spikes are better than other spikes. I think I'm gonna put them right here, and the other one also right here. They does a pretty good job at stopping the car guy, the one I told you about with this spice guy. So for that I'm gonna put them right there. And then we have these guys. They shoot at both the front and back. The back one is actually a double pea shooter, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put them B tier right here, I would say. I think that looks justified to me. Then we have this squash guy. I think I'm gonna put this squashy, but the thing is you can only use him once, and he only works when the enemy is one block close to him. So I think for that I'm gonna put him right here. Then we have the star guy. I think I'm gonna put him right here, I would say, because if you like in a column, if you plant them in a column, they are pretty much, they go to like every direction, so those are pretty good. Then we have the sun things. All of the sun stuff is going B tier. They do not damage the enemy, they provide you. So then again, it will interfere with my saying that I'm doing it on power base. How quickly they reload. I think they do have great power. Think for that I'm gonna put him. Think I'm gonna put these two in B tier because they do have power, and because of that power they give us the sun things, and because of the sun things we are able to plant all this stuff. So I think this guy is going ahead of it, because if you do not have the sunflower, you can still get sun from the air, but daylight. But if you do not have these things in the night time, then you cannot get any sun at all. I think it's fair that this guy is ahead of the sunflower. Then we have this big walnut, the tall walnut. I think I'm gonna put him in front of A tier because they are pretty useful to me, and they are pretty strong as well. Then these guys are very, strong. I would not say strong, but very useful, I would say, because they are pretty good with the dolphin guys and the divers. The dolphin guys that jumps in the water, and you can have a clip of that. Yeah, these guys, they are pretty good for them, and the divers as well. So I think I'm gonna put them right here. Then we have the triple P shooter. These are really good and they deserve the S tier. I think I'm gonna put them there. Then we have the fire things. I think I'm gonna put the fire over here because they do have a setback, because they turn the frozen piece to the normal piece, which is devastating, but it also turns the normal piece into fire piece, which is really good. I think this place is good for it. The B tier, mid B tier, not even mid, towards the better side. Now we have the double sunflower. I think they would go here. We have this thing where I do not know what this thing does. Oh no, I know. I think these are the ones that protect you from the bungee jumping guys, like when you're at the top of the roof. So I think these are useful and would go. Those guys are pretty annoying, and so I think the place for them would be I think here. They do protect plants. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Then we have the normal walnut. I'm gonna put the normal walnut over here, and then we have the frozen what do you call it, watermelon guy. I think I'm gonna put him right here because the normal one is here, so the frozen one must be here. I think that's it. I think that's pretty justifiable. Let me know in the comments if I missed something or am I doing this wrong. Please let me know. I think that's it. So I'm gonna do a zombies one as well, so like and subscribe.